new details about the deadly church shooting in Texas. This morning, there are serious questions about how the gunman was able to buy firearms despite his history of domestic violence.
And we're hearing now from the survivors who made it out of that shooting alive. Our senior national correspondent Matt Gutman spoke with them. He starts us off in Sutherland Springs. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. We knew the slaughter in that church behind me was bloody, but what we didn't know until now was how methodical Devin Kelley went about doing it. Those survivors describing him walking back and forth from the altar to the back of the church, selecting targets, firing, reloading, doing it again. Many of them only saw his boots, and they say he said one thing: everybody is going to die. This morning, the scale of the horror inside that shoebox-sized church, shocking even to investigators.
I can tell you that the scene in there is horrific.
And for the first time, survivors described the terror as a murderer stalked the house of worship.
People screaming and people crying and, "Mama, where are you, Mama?" The little kids.
Roseann Solis was discharged from the hospital late Monday, arriving home into the embrace of family members.
I saw bodies with a lot of blood. That's all I saw, because I wasn't about to get out from where I was hiding.
Was anybody trying to get away? Was there anywhere to go?
No, there wasn't nowhere to go.
Solis said the shooter's only words were, "Everybody dies."
Did you play dead?
Yes, I did. I played dead, and I made sure that I hid myself good under that bench.
This morning, Rita Brown and 13 other victims remain hospitalized. We spoke to her son, David.
She just laid on the floor. The shooter was shooting any and everybody he could see. I guess everybody trying to run. And then after nobody was moving, they just laying on the floor. He walked up and down all the aisles shooting everybody as they laid on the floor.
How many times do you think he went up and down?
She said about 10 to 15 times.
Brown telling us his mom's now bullet-pocked cell phone likely saved her life. Among the murdered, 8 members of a single family, the Holcombs. Associate Pastor Brian was one of them, seen here speaking at the church 2 weeks earlier.
If you're in Christ Jesus, you have a ministry.
But more may have died had it not been for Stephen Willeford, who opened fire on the suspect after he fled the church.
People at that church, they're friends of mine, their family. And every time I heard a shot, I knew that that probably represented a life. I was scared to death. I'm no hero. I am not. I think my God, my Lord, protected me and gave me the skills to do what needed to be done. And I just wish I could have gotten there faster.
Jonny, Gondorff, who chased the suspect along with Willeford, showing our David Muir video he shot on his cell phone during the last moments of the shooter's life.
So you can see the police moving in right there.
Yes. Just over that left divider, they would find the killer dead. And overnight, those two heroes seeing each other for the first time since the shooting, falling into an embrace. Now, this is a community of 650 people. Obviously, the loss of 26 lives is causing it to reel, but the real gut punch here is the loss of that Holcomb family we just mentioned. 3 generations gone. Grandparents, parents, and 4 grandchildren. And when you talk to folks here, they say what really angers them is that Devin Kelley should never have been allowed to buy those weapons in the first place.